Triple H and The Rock, two of the most iconic names in professional wrestling. In the ring, their rivalry defined an era, but behind the scenes, the heat was just as intense and far more personal. This is the untold story of a feud that began in the Attitude Era and quietly continues to this day. Triple H and The Rock both entered WWE during a transitional time. Triple H came in as the blue blood aristocrat, while The Rock debuted as the smiling babyface Rocky Maivia. But it wasn't long before both men reinvented themselves. Triple H led D-Generation X, oozing arrogance. The Rock transformed into the cocky leader of the Nation of Domination. Their first real feud wasn't just compelling on screen, it was symbolic. Two rising stars competing for dominance, both with chips on their shoulders and something to prove. While fans watched these two battle on screen, the competition backstage was just as fierce. Triple H was part of the Clique, an influential backstage group that included Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and X-Pac. The Rock? He wasn't in the club. In fact, he was seen as an outsider, a threat to the Clique's influence. As The Rock's popularity soared, whispers of political maneuvering began. There were rumors that Triple H tried to slow The Rock's push, or at least protect his own spot. WWE was a shark tank, and both men knew it. Despite being two of the company's biggest stars, Triple H and The Rock never had a one-on-one WrestleMania main event. WrestleMania 2000 featured both men, but in a fatal four-way. Other years, they were kept apart or buried in multi-man matches. Why? Some say creative indecision, others blame ego. But insiders have long suggested that either Triple H or The Rock didn't want to lose to the other on the grandest stage. When The Rock began focusing on Hollywood, Triple H became the company's top full-time star. He married Stephanie McMahon and eventually gained even more backstage influence. During this time, The Rock would occasionally return, but Triple H was rarely involved in those moments. Instead, Rock feuded with Cena, Punk, and others, but not the game. Some fans saw this as a strategic avoidance. Others felt WWE didn't want to revisit real-life tension. In 2014, WWE teased a Rock vs. Triple H match at WrestleMania 31 during a backstage segment on SmackDown. It was intense, unscripted feeling and got fans hyped, but the match never materialized. According to reports, negotiations broke down. Creative didn't move forward, and both stars moved on. Once again, the showdown fans wanted never happened. Over the years, both men have thrown subtle, and sometimes not so subtle, jabs at one another. The Rock mocked Triple H's slow entrances and politics in interviews. Triple H, in turn, has questioned The Rock's loyalty to WWE during his Hollywood years. Even in documentaries and Hall of Fame speeches, there's always been a tension in tone. In January 2024, The Rock returned to WWE and suddenly became part of the main event picture heading into WrestleMania 40. Cody Rhodes, the man Triple H had built as his top babyface, was temporarily pushed aside. Fans were furious. They wanted Cody to finish the story. Instead, The Rock was positioned to face Roman Reigns. But the backlash forced WWE to adjust plans. Cody was reinserted into the main event. Behind the scenes, The Rock had just joined the TKO board of directors. Suddenly, he wasn't just a performer, he was part of the corporate machine. Reports suggested Triple H wasn't on board with the original plan to sideline Cody. For the first time, WWE had two creative voices with major influence, and they didn't fully agree. The internal conflict exposed deeper divisions in philosophy. The Rock wanted spectacle, Triple H wanted story. At WrestleMania 40 press events, eagle-eyed fans spotted subtle tension. While Triple H and The Rock were professional, the warmth was missing. There were few shared laughs, fewer interactions, and zero signs of collaboration. Triple H praised the success of the event, but was quick to point out his role in the final call. The Rock, meanwhile, posted cryptic messages on social media, celebrating his return and his influence. Neither name-dropped the other. The Rock and Triple H may never have settled their score in the ring, but their rivalry has evolved, from wrestling matches to media manipulation to boardroom battles. And as WWE enters a new era under TKO, the real feud might not be over. It just changed forms, and the next chapter, it might already be happening.